Right now, we're learning more about the Michigan drunk driver who crashed into Wisconsin men's basketball coach Howard Moore's family, what toxicology reports are showing. And Madison's police union is responding to the mayor's comments on the police response to a black teen experiencing a mental health crisis.
From the Channel3000.com Alert Center, this is News 3 Now at noon.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Mark Kane. Thanks for tuning in to News 3 Now on this Friday afternoon. Another sunny and pleasant day. Let's head over to the Weather Center where meteorologist Chris Reese has a look at your first alert forecast. Hi, Chris.
Hey, Mark. Things are absolutely beautiful outside. They have been really all day. We saw that sunrise earlier this morning. Still, it's hard to find a cloud in the sky right now. The temperature 73 degrees. Winds coming out of the west at 7. Man, that water in Lake Mendota absolutely just looks beautiful. Janesville at 77 right now. Mineral Point at 75. Notice all of our temperatures have made it into the 70s at this point. Milwaukee, the warm spot at 78. Same with our friends over towards La Crosse. But no showers, no thunderstorms. Just plenty of sunshine to go. That's all thanks to high pressure that's in control. And I do think this is going to remain the dominant atmospheric player as we go through the weekend that will ultimately dominate your weekend forecast. But as you plan the rest of this evening, keep that sunshine around. Maybe plan dinner outdoors if you have the chance to do so. We may see a few clouds by the time the sun comes up tomorrow morning, though. But our temperatures this afternoon will top out right around 79. Now, Mark, one thing I'm watching this weekend is at least a minor rain chance overnight Saturday into Sunday. We'll talk a little bit more about that coming up in Maine Weather.
Overnight would be fine.
Yes.
All right, Chris, we'll see you in a few minutes. New at noon, the wrong way driver who crashed into Wisconsin men's basketball coach Howard Moore's family was more than 2.5 times over the legal limit. The Detroit News reports 23-year-old Samantha Winchester had a blood alcohol level of .207. The three-vehicle crash happened Memorial Day weekend near Ann Arbor while the Moore family was visiting relatives. Moore's wife Jennifer and his 9-year-old daughter Jaden were both killed. Recently, Coach Moore went into cardiac arrest. He had been receiving treatment at the hospital and will be moving to a long-term care and rehab center. Beaver Dam police say the child struck in a hit-and-run last night does not have life-threatening injuries. This happened just before 6:30 at the South Spring Street and East Davis Street intersection near St. Peter's Catholic Church. Police are still looking for a suspect. Witnesses reported seeing a man driving a mid-1990s to mid-2000s silver sedan, possibly a Buick, with black paint sprayed near the bottom of the vehicle. Madison police officers are responding to Mayor Satya Rhodes-Conway's recent blog post about mental health emergency responses. Rhodes-Conway wrote that the way officers handled a June incident involving an African-American teen experiencing a mental health crisis was, quote, not acceptable. The police union's president, Kelly Powers, said in a letter to the mayor that her comments caused significant concerns for union members. They risk influencing an independent review of the incident, and they threaten to influence public perception about what happened without any additional information. The external review might provide. Tonight on News 3 Now, we'll have a response from the mayor's office. Today is the 5th anniversary of the death of 18-year-old Michael Brown in Ferguson, Missouri. His father is calling on the St. Louis County prosecutor to reopen the case against the white police officer who killed him.
My son was murdered in cold blood with no remorse and no medical treatment. Mike laid in the street for 4.5 hours. As he laid there, he was dehumanized.
Officer Darren Wilson shot and killed the unarmed black teenager, claiming Brown had attacked him. A grand jury decided not to indict Wilson. The U.S. Department of Justice, under then-President Barack Obama, also decided not to charge him. He resigned from the police force in November of 2014. At the time, Ferguson had only 3 black officers. Now it's evenly split along racial lines. President Trump is headed to campaign fundraisers and a vacation at his New Jersey Gulf resort this weekend, but he says he'll continue to get new gun control measures passed. The president says Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell is fully on board with the need for new gun control measures. And in a radio interview Thursday, McConnell says he's begun bipartisan talks to figure out which laws can actually pass a divided Congress.
Background checks and red flags would probably lead the discussion, but a lot of other things will come up as well. But what we can't do is fail to pass something.
But McConnell says nothing will be done until after the Senate's August recess, despite calls from Democrats to reconvene Congress now. President Trump has also had multiple phone calls with Wayne LaPierre, the head of the National Rifle Association. A senior administration official says the president realizes he needs to back some form of gun control, even if the NRA doesn't get on board. Walmart is removing violent video game displays after 2 recent shootings in its stores. They are not changing what games are available for sale or gun sale policies. The move comes after Walmart CEO promised a thoughtful and deliberate response to the shootings. Walmart stores will also stop showing violent movies on TV screens in the electronics department and hunting videos in the sporting goods section. Despite claims that video games are linked to real-world violence, scientific studies have established there is no causal connection. More local news now. Community members are invited to help Madison students head back to school with all of the supplies they need. The Dominic's Ripple fundraiser is supporting several supply drives throughout the month. The charity fund was created to remember Dominic May, a 5-year-old Madison boy who was killed in a crash last year. There are several drop-off stations. You can sign up to sponsor a student as well. We have information to do that on channel3000.com. Just search Supply Drive. Sartori cheese, that is the Wisconsin State Fair's 2019 Grand Master Cheesemaker. The 4th-generation family-owned company is based in Plymouth, Wisconsin. The Rosemary and Olive Oil Asiago earned the award by being the top-rated cheese out of all competition categories and nearly 500 entries. This is the 7th Grand Master Cheesemaker title earned by Team Sartori since 2006. And there's more to come on News 3 Now at noon. Up next, let's see what Howard's working on in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
Today, we're turning these peaches into a fresh pie that's comfort at its best. With pie this good, you'll never want to make another dessert. This is the time of year that fresh peaches are pretty much available everywhere at some really reasonable prices. And that means we can turn them into cobblers, add them to our smoothies, or best of all, use them in all sorts of baked goods, like the creamy, dreamy pie that we're making today. We start by lining a pie plate with either a homemade or refrigerated pie crust and fluting the edges. Now, in a small bowl, we combine some brown sugar, flour, a touch of cinnamon, and a pinch of salt. After giving this a stir, we add some fresh cream and give it a mix. Now, we fill our pie crust with a good amount of sliced fresh peaches and pour the cream mixture over them. After baking it and letting it cool at room temp, into the fridge it goes until it's time for dessert. Right before serving, finish it with dollops of fresh whipped cream and thin slices of fresh peaches for an even fancier look. This pie is everything we love about fresh summer dessert. To get the recipe for our Peachy Keen Cream Pie, all you have to do is visit our website. I'm Howard with Kelly in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found a peachy delicious way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
All right, thank you, Howard. Clear, plenty of sunshine today, but a heads up for some shower chances over the weekend. Meteorologist Chris Reese tells us what we might need the umbrella next in our first alert forecast. Our Call for Action phone bank is open right now, ready to take on your consumer issues. You can call our hotline. Volunteers will help you with any consumer complaints. The number is 608-270-2833. The service is open every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday between 11 and 1. Long-term mortgage rates are going down, and you can now ask Alexa to feed your dog. Wendy Gillette has your Money Watch report.
The wholesale cost of U.S. goods and services rose slightly in July, matching analysts' projections of the Labor Department's Producer Price Index. Inflation remained relatively flat. Last month, Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell cited low inflation as one reason for the interest rate cut. Long-term mortgage rates are dropping. Freddie Mac says the average 30-year loan is down to 3.6, its lowest level since November 2016. It fell 0.15 from last week. A year ago, the rate was almost 4.6. Malaysia has filed criminal charges against Goldman Sachs. The Wall Street firm is under scrutiny for allegedly using its bond offerings to help raise $6.5 billion for a Malaysian state-owned investment fund. The fund is the subject of a corruption and money laundering investigation in at least 6 countries. The bank has denied any wrongdoing. And now you can ask Alexa to feed Fido. The second-generation pet-safe smart feed automatic pet feeder can be connected to Amazon Echo, allowing you to give verbal commands for meal times when you're out of the house. It lets you know when food is low or gone, and you can schedule meals or dispense them from anywhere. It costs just under $200. And that's your CBS Money Watch report. For more, head to cbsmoneywatch.com. At the New York Stock Exchange, I'm Wendy Gillette.
Wendy, thank you. At the noon hour, on Wall Street, the Dow Industrial is down 130 points. The NASDAQ off 84. The S&P 500 down 21. Q106 Farm Director Pam Yankee out of the radio barn today. So here are your farm numbers. Chris Reese is here now with a look at your first alert weather. Hi, Chris.
Hey, Mark, another beautiful day out there. Plenty of sunshine. Folks, this has stuck around with us for all of today. So here's a live look from the Edgewater. Absolutely beautiful. The water looks nice as well. 73 degrees is the temperature right now. Those winds coming out of the west at 7 miles per hour. Dew points, though, are at 50. That means the air is very, very comfortable. 77 in Janesville right now. Lone Rock coming in at 74. One of the things you'll notice, though, is that all of those temperatures throughout southern Wisconsin are into the 70s. One of the warm spots is Milwaukee at 78 degrees. Same for La Crosse. But notice the dew points all in the low 50s. This does mean we're going to be staying comfortable as we go throughout the day. That also means the air is dry, too. So high-resolution Doppler, free of any of the shower and thunderstorm activity throughout the upper Midwest. As we zoom things out, you may notice a couple areas of some thunderstorms. One of those is throughout the high plains, South Dakota, North Dakota, getting in on that shower and thunderstorm activity. Some others throughout the South, Tennessee, through Arkansas, over towards parts of western Oklahoma. Those showers and storms are all actually being influenced by this stationary front that's to our south and southwest. But we do have high pressure and control over us. That's what's kept the sunshine around, folks. But one of the things you may notice is that this system throughout the high plains may actually try to sneak underneath that high pressure overnight, Saturday and into Sunday. So that's one of the time periods that we'll watch for at least a shower or thunderstorm trying to work its way on through here. Some bigger rain chances, though, will arrive as we get towards next week. Once that weak little Saturday night, Sunday system moves away, we'll actually see more sunshine, and then we'll watch what's moving in from the west. But let's go ahead and focus on just hour by hour going through today and into the weekend. Look for those highs topping out right around 79 as we go through this afternoon Dinner time, 75, so it's still going to be feeling good. If you have a chance to eat outdoors, I'd take advantage of it. Now, overnight, it is possible for some upper-level clouds to try to stream in here. I do still think most folks are going to be staying mostly clear, but we're going to be watching that. Look for lows right around 57. The sun returns on Saturday. Highs will reach the low 80s, and then watch what happens Saturday night and the Sunday. The clouds start to increase. We'll start to see a few showers and thunderstorms trying to roll in from the west, and then by the time the sun comes up on Sunday, a lot of that will roll on out of here. So we'll see more sunshine into Saturday afternoon. But the big rain chance, folks, that's going to come on Monday. A region of low pressure likely going to zip from the Midwest towards the Great Lakes. We will be just on the northern side of that. It's possible to see a pretty decent rainmaker at some point coming through on Monday, and then perhaps another little light shower maker as we move into Tuesday. That's what we're watching beyond the weekend. In the meantime, we're going to focus on what's nice, and that's going to be this afternoon. Look for highs right around 79. We'll stay mostly sunny and less humid as well. Overnight tonight, lows falling towards 57, some light winds out of the north and west, but we're still going to be staying mostly clear and comfortable. Again, some high clouds, those are certainly going to be possible. But as we go through the extended forecast, here's how things shape up. One of the things you'll notice, though, is that outside of Monday and Tuesday, which are our true heavier rain makers, almost every day has at least a slight storm chance. And so that's going to be possible, but notice also all of those days have sun as their icon. That's because that's going to be the dominant weather feature all of those days. Most of those rain chances are going to be extremely minimal.
Slight chance.
Slight. Also, check out the 86 next Sunday.
Wow.
Yeah, perhaps a few more warm days left in the tank of summer.
Still summer.
It is still summer. That's right.
All right, Chris, thank you. Next at noon, Legos are being transformed to help blind children learn how to read Braille. We'll take a look at how the program is helping in London before making a move to America. Well, most kids in America grow up playing with Legos. Now the iconic toy is being used to help blind children read. The Lego Foundation will introduce the bricks in America's schools next year. Ian Lee got a look at how kids are using them in London.
You could try and find all the O's.
Here in Leonie Masterson's class, students are learning to read by touch.
Can you find some letters, Lily?
All of these students are blind or sight impaired. And today, 17-year-old Aya and 18-year-old Francis are helping their younger classmates learn Braille.
When I was young, I did not think I would ever be able to write or read.
Braille isn't as easy as ABC. It takes time and a dedicated teacher who knows it. That's not common.
Pick out a brick.
So in stepped Lego with their new Braille bricks.
What are you going?
Now for the...
These aren't your childhood favorites.
Now for the S. Yeah.
The studs are rearranged to represent letters, numbers, and symbols.
A, B, C, D,
The building blocks of language.
J.
It's a good way of bringing sighted and visually impaired people together and playing with Legos.
Bringing both together is crucial since most teachers can't read Braille. Lego hopes their new bricks bridge the gap so anyone can use them straight out of the box.
Making learning fun. I love Braille and I like finding ways of teaching it.
There's a number sign.
And it's having
you
this
can
fun
make
in the classroom as a child that can lead to success as an adult, say blindness charity workers like Steve Tyler.
There is a direct link between Braille literacy and likelihood of getting a job.
The National Federation for the Blind says there's a crisis in America when it comes to Braille literacy. Over 1 million people in the United States are legally blind, but fewer than 10% can read Braille. Unemployment among blind adults is over 70%, and nearly 90% of blind American children are not learning Braille.
Right, to make it easy to...
Appalling numbers for Lego, who decided to help build a new generation of blind readers.
It was an opportunity for us to bring learning through play to children.
Giving these students not just the ability to construct sentences, but shape their future. Ian Lee, CBS News, London.
What a great idea. And what a great afternoon in the weather department, Chris.
That's right, Mark. Temperatures are going to remain into the 70s. We'll top out right around 79 this afternoon. That sunshine is going to continue. We'll be mostly clear overnight tonight. Look for lows falling to about 57. We'll see some light winds coming out of the north and west. Again, no humidity. It's going to be very comfortable. Then we look at the week ahead. More sunshine this weekend. There will be a minor storm chance, though, overnight Saturday and into Sunday. Sunday afternoon will be sunny, though. We'll see those highs around 82. Showers and thunderstorms, though, could steal the show as we go Monday into Tuesday. Those are the heaviest rain days I'm looking at, but then Wednesday's going to be great. Beyond that's going to be great. Even though we'll have slight rain chances just about each and every day, the sunshine is what's going to be dominant as we gradually warm up to perhaps the mid and upper 80s by next Sunday.
It is August.
It is still August.
All right, Chris, thank you. Thank you for watching. We'll see you back here at 4 o'clock. In the meantime, have a great afternoon.
Now.